Good morning, or whatever time of day it is for you. Uh, yes, you'll notice there's a blank wall over there where the bird usually is, and he's been moved to a safe place in the living room because we have a new animal in the house, and it's a 10-week-old kitten. And you know what happens to kittens? They grow up to be cats, and cats like birds. So we've had to secure the bird so that as the cat grows, he can't get there. You'll hear him in the background because he does not like closed doors. So I've left the door open so he can come and go. His name is Mochi. Have you ever had the feeling that those people you meet in unusual situations may have been sent by God? Several years ago, our church in Sacramento launched a program they called Home Bible Fellowship. Flyers were sent out well in advance, and the organizers sent us a list of people who would be coming to our home that first night. So, wanting to be good hosts, we made sure the house was as clean as it could be, and we laid out some light snacks. Arrival time was to be 7 p.m., and we waited and waited, but no one was there by 7:30 p.m. We decided that this just wasn't going to happen and opened the front door to pull in the welcome sign. But standing on our porch were three women and several children. They said they hadn't registered, but would it be okay if they stayed for the Bible study? We said, of course. Well, that was the beginning of an adventure that will last for more than a year. The women proclaimed that they were all on drugs, and one even announced that she was a part-time prostitute in order to afford her drug habit. We continued with our Bible study and snacks, and they left with our phone number in their pockets. A few days later, one of the ladies called and asked for help with her friend's daughters because the friend was in really bad shape. We asked what we could do, and she said, "Could the girls stay with you for a while?" We didn't hesitate because we had no children in the house. Excuse me. And because we had a guest room with a private bath and no one was staying with us at the moment. I can't begin to tell you how sad it was when we picked up the 14-year-old and the 16-year-old girls from their aunt's home. They looked defeated. Their worldly possessions were in 2 paper grocery bags. We took them to lunch somewhere simple, and they couldn't even order for themselves because they didn't know how. Then we took them to a hair salon and asked them what they wanted done. So, following 2 lovely hairstyles, we took them to Walmart to pick out some appropriate church clothes because they were embarrassed to go to church looking like they usually did. We also got them some school clothes. They had never owned a new article of clothing. I know this isn't new. It certainly is new for me because I was very blessed. They were with us for about 4 months until their mother got well enough for them to go back with her. But one of the things that sticks in my mind is one night I heard someone in the kitchen. I went out there to see the 16-year-old opening the cupboards and the refrigerator over and over again. I asked her if she needed something, but she simply said, "I've never seen this much food at one time, and I keep thinking it will just go away." After they went back to their mother, we sort of lost track of them, but thought of them often. A couple of years later, there was a knock on the door, and the youngest sister just smiled and asked if they could come back and live with us. We said yes. She said they'd go get their things. We've never heard from them since.